Hey guys, I am Dr. Heath Travis, owner of Travis Chiropractic at 101st and Riverside in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And today I want to talk to you about one of the things that we see in our office all the time, and it's carpal tunnel syndrome. We see that wrist pain and those wrist issues from people all the time as we work on computers and we're using our phones for text messaging and watching videos and all the different things that we do. Or if we're students, we're constantly in this position, leaning forward. There's a million different reasons that we see carpal tunnel syndrome, but it's something that we see very often and very, very prevalent. So there are a few different reasons that people get carpal tunnel syndrome. And one of the biggest reasons is posturing, especially of the neck, upper back, and the wrist. Carpal tunnel itself is an impingement on the median nerve, and the median nerve comes down out of the neck and shoulder, down through the arm, to innervate mostly these three fingers. And this is a very general discussion about it, but as the nerve comes down through the carpal bones, there's a tunnel that forms that keeps the nerve protected. Well, as we're doing different, especially repetitive activities like typing or keyboarding or using our thumb for texting, we can move these bones around in our hand and start to impinge that nerve. And so one of the things that we see really often is, numbness and tingling in these three fingers. We may see pain that shoots down through the hand, the wrist, loss of strength. People may feel like they're holding a coffee cup and it may just fall out of their hands completely. And this is stuff that we hear on a weekly basis. So this can be not only very, very painful and very, very just unpleasant, it can be very, very annoying just in terms of functionality and what you do. And so people always ask, well, what can we do? And one of the answers, of course, has always been surgery, which sometimes is still a great answer for that. However, a lot of times what we find is that the bones in the wrist, the carpal bones, they kind of make up the floor of this tunnel. And on top of that is a sheath, a protective covering. And so that nerve flows through here. Well, if we're doing a lot of activity and things are moving around in the hand, these carpal bones can start to move out of position. And when they do that, they start to close that tunnel or put pressure on that nerve. And that's oftentimes what we see happening in these carpal tunnel situations. Now, another thing that can happen, this particular nerve, this median nerve that flows down, can actually be impinged at the elbow, in the shoulder, or even all the way up into the neck. And so that's something that we always evaluate first is, number one, where is the nerve actually being impinged? Where's it coming from? And then two, what are we going to do about it? So we'll look at the wrist, the arm, the shoulder, and the neck to figure out, number one, if it's coming from just the wrist alone, or if it's coming from both, let's say, the neck and the wrist. And then what do we need to do to fix that? And of course, with chiropractic, we have techniques to adjust the neck very gently, to take the pressure off of the nerve there. We can also adjust at the shoulder, the elbow, and specifically the wrist. It's really, really cool to see a little bit of motion be put into the wrist, and all of a sudden the pressure comes off that nerve, and the numbness and tingling goes away, and people regain their strength, and all of a sudden they're doing things they haven't done maybe in years. So something that could have been a surgical situation may very, very well be resolved with chiropractic alone. Now, as we watch that, and if that's not the answer, we'll help find out what that answer may be. So if you have someone in your life who suffers with that chronic carpal tunnel feeling, and even if it's not carpal tunnel in these classic three fingers, there's another nerve that runs on the other side of the hand that comes down to these two fingers and can have a very, very similar appearance. So it's something that we love to evaluate here in our office. So if we can help you or any of your friends or family with the symptoms of carpal tunnel, please come see us or give us a call. 101st and Riverside or 918-296-7587. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.